Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Donnie P all day. So check this out. I'm bringing you another knife from TRM. They call themselves Three Rivers Manufacturing, but what I really think it stands for is telepathically reading minds, because they jumped into my head and said, let's see how people need a knife made. And they just make awesome freaking blades. Not only that, but when you got a Yorkie as your logo, nobody has a cuter logo than that. Nobody. So I actually love that. I brought you one already. I brought you the Neutron, right? Sent to me, Bobbly Ford. And I thought this was super, super awesome. I mean, it is clean, it's comfortable, super sharp. The build quality is amazing. The materials are amazing. Everything about this knife is really, really nice. And it was like a bag of Pringles, you know what I mean? It's like, bet you can't have just one, or Ruffles, whatever you can't have just one of. Whoa, this is it. This thing is super nice. So, talking to the people over there at TRM, they sent me something, and I was telling them about my hand issue. The fact that from here to here is almost 11 inches long. I have huge hands, so knives generally get lost in my hand, and I have a hard time with smaller knives. And I was telling them, I said, oh, you got some bigger knives that would actually work really well in hands like mine. And oh, I was not wrong when I saw that. This will make you speak in tongues. This thing is super freaking nice. So what this is the Shadow River in G10, the jet black. They do have, it looks like another version called the Titanium. And if you look on their website, you're going to see everything out of stock. It's because these are so good, they sell fast. That doesn't mean you can't buy them. First of all, you can look at some of their dealers. And you can try to find what there is to find, or you just, I think you can put your name on a list or just pre-order. But these knives, the reason they sell out is because they are so super dope. And here's the deal with the whole hand thing. They make knives for regular sized people and big sized people and small sized people. The Neutron, I don't care who you are. If you have a small to even a large size hand, this is going to be immaculate in the hand. My hands are XX and it still works. It still works. For me, slightly small, but because it's made so well and because this texturing, I love this. I'm really, really able to hold on to this. This is a great knife. You can see by the staining. I have been carrying it and using it. This is a really, really nice knife. And they have a couple of models for us bigger guys, us bigger gents, or bigger handed ladies, that are, it's just amazing, amazing in the hand. I mean, you can see how much grip there is. I'm up on that forward choil, and I have everything. If I go below the choil, my pinky is still on the rounded butt. It's just so well made. So I want to do a couple videos on this knife, because there's enough to go through between some of their other models that I just want to tell you about real quick, and then the materials and the build quality and the snappy dappy do. Everything is right. So what we're going to do today is, this isn't going to be a review. This is going to be a preview, like a, ooh, get ready. We are going to do a video where it's just cutting, because it deserves its own video. As far as where I was going with the size thing, they have a couple, well, besides they have a fixed blade called the Redline Fixie, which is a really nice camp knife. I mean, it's a really nice camp knife. They have two other folders. They have two folders, the Neutron 2 and the Holly Nerd, and both of those are smaller gripped. So for the people anywhere between a small size hand and a large size hand, it's going to be, I'm talking instant love when you see those. When it comes to guys like this, the bigger sizes, and the Titanium Shadow, and this one, the Shadow River in G10, the Titanium obviously is in titanium. those are going to be this size right here. And then they have two others that are close to this size or about this size. They have a Bulldog River spring release. I love this slide lock, by the way, too. It's so fidgety. It's so awesome. And they have the Atom. And when you go on their website and you look up it's called the Atom Liner Lock with 3D contoured titanium scales, lizard skin texture, new thumb studs. They have a lot of words, but it's a lot of knife. The knives are so nice. When you click on that picture, look at the scales, and that's going to happen. They're amazing. They're just amazing. The quality is top notch. I'm going to tell you a little something that it's going to be kind of an anomaly. You see this? On a fixed blade, you never ever want lines going this way because it's path of least resistance. If I put my finger here and slide, there's nothing to stop me from sliding this way or this way on a knife with scales like that. Being a folder, it's a little different because you're not using it for chopping, so you don't have to worry about it flying out of your hand. And with a fixed blade, that's pretty much what you have to worry about. So this knife originally came with scales where lines went that way, and it wasn't right. So I just gave it new scales and put lines this way to grip it. And if with lines going that way, if these lines were on this knife, it would be hard to grip because you would have a path of least resistance rather than a path of most resistance. But because you have things like a pocket clip and you're not swinging away, what these lines do is they offer a point of finger grab, right? For right-handed people, this is ambidextrous, so I could switch it. Being a lefty, I could switch it if I want. But being a right-handed person, what this does is when you are in a cutting grip, so if I'm going to be going down, like I want to do some feather sticking, if I dig my fingers into here and then push, they can't go this way because that is path of most resistance when you're going that way. When you're talking about like a small blade, like my own design, the D-Bad Little Big Man, things like that, then you're going to be doing a lot of cutting like this. So it actually is really good on a knife like that, or a knife size like that, when you're doing more of this and more of this than you are of this, right? So you're getting a lot of positive traction on that grip. When I dig this, I'll see if I can make it happen. See how the lines are in my fingertips? I'm pressing. That's some really good grip. I'm pressing in. My hands will never, you hear that, right? I had to rip my hands off of there. This grip is so well textured. This G10 is amazing. It's amazing. It's beautiful, and it's good to look at. It's, some G10 can be done like on the ADV Tactiles. It looks like wood grain, and you can see how that texturing is. It's really, really nice. But look at this. It's more just like lined. And then what it does is just offers this grip everywhere. It's really, really well done. And speaking of the grip, you're going to have contouring in the finger well, the main finger well, right? And then you're going to have your working choil. And what this does is going to be for those whittler cuts. So when you are holding the knife and you're doing things like this, even if you're going to feather stick, you can hold it like that, or you can choke down. Remember, the closer, the finer cut you want, the closer to the edge your hand wants to be. So really, really bringing your hand up to the blade is important for close cuts and controlled cuts. If I'm just, opening a package, it doesn't matter where my hand is. I could have my hand way down here to rip some tape. That doesn't matter. If I need to cut rope, it doesn't matter. But for controlled cuts, you really want to be way up on that knife. And this knife provides an excellent grip for that style of hold. And you can see how it's literally made to be that. This well right here holds the pinky. Your other fingers are going to fit right here, and then you are going to place that index finger right into that spot. And now I can literally, with my thumb on top, do anything I want with this knife. I can control it. I can bring it. I can track it. Anything I need to do, I can do in that cutting grip. It is really, really nice and very, very important to be built that way to fit the fingers to where they can meet up with the blade. I think that's excellent. Very, very well done. The lock itself is really, really nice. Now you can use it to close and open, so you can like completely fidget with it, no problem. Or you can spidey flick it, or you can thumb flick it. It doesn't matter. It's just going to open. The knife is nice. You have enough grip there to where you can open it from just a pinch and pull. I don't know if you can snap it. Oh, yes, you can. So literally, you can open this knife all kinds of different ways. It's quick. It's fast. Does it need to be? No. It just needs to be able to come out and cut. But having the ability to pop it open when you pull that slide lock and kick it, that's as fast as any auto. So I mean, it's really, really nice. The pocket clip, double screwed, and it is sunk in. Look at that. It is just beautifully put in there. And where most knives that have ambidextrous pocket clips, I don't know how the other one, okay. So what they do is they have either just the holes, and this would sit on top of the holes, it would be raised, or they just have the groove in there with the holes, so it's kind of an empty spot, and then what you'd do is you'd flip it around, and then you'd have an empty spot. These guys are really good at what they do. They want the entire knife finished, so they give you this plug, and not only is this ambidextrous, but the plug is ambidextrous. So if you want to switch it to lefty, you can do that, and then you can take the plug and put it on the right side so you don't have that weird gap there, that weird hole. As far as materials, let's get into this knife with materials, size, and all that, because it's just freaking awesome. Overall open length is 7 3/4 inches long. So especially for people with smaller hands, think about it, it's gonna look, it's a big knife. It's a good sized knife. For me, whenever I hold a knife, it looks small, but it's a really good sized knife. The closed length is 4.5 inches. That's a very, very long handle when you're talking about a knife. Generally, the inside grip of a knife, any fixed blade, you can have your inside grip at 4 inches and have plenty of room for pretty much most people. Let's see. So the inside grip right there is almost the exact same as the little big man, and that is a full grip. It's just awesome. It's a really, really good grip size. The blade, let's see, thickness at thickest point is 4.85 inches. It only weighs 4 ounces. The blade is 3.2. The width, it says thickness, but it should be the width is 0.485 inches. And then the blade length is 3.2. The blade thickness is 0.90 inches. I'll tell you what, man, that is a really nice construction. I was just checking that out. Really, really nice construction. So you have a flat grind, razor sharp cutting edge. The flat grind, it's so important to me on a knife like this. It's just super strong, able to be brought to a razor's edge. I love a full flat. You have a tumble polish on the blade, and now it has fingerprints. but you'll see what I'm talking. You can see it. That makes for quality. Quality video. Let's see. I'm a speaker. The lock is called the River Lock. It's Axis Lock Style Benchmade patent. Oh, so I guess it was a Benchmade patent that expired. I don't know. I think that's what that means. And your opening mechanism is the sliding lock bar. So this thing is awesome. The handle is first production 3D milled jet black G10. Your clip, deep pocket tip up titanium clip that's ambidextrous for righties and lefties. Your hardware is 6AL4V titanium. You have stainless steel pivot screw and stop pin, stainless steel assembly and clip screws, manufactured in the USA. And I'll tell you a cool story about that. Special features: sugarcane expendable tube for easy storage. And I'm assuming that is what I have here, and I'll show you. Replaceable clip pocket filler tabs, which I already showed you. Okay, so now the steel. I want to just tell you about the steel, and I waited because it's super awesome. This is CPM 20CV. CPM 20CV. Don't know what it is? Look it up. It is a powder steel brought to an immaculate hardness. This stuff holds an incredible edge for a very long time. I'm like, anybody see Talladega Nights? I don't know what to do with my hands. It's just everything about this knife. The entire package is just buy me, please. These things are fantastic. Just fantastic. So where this company is, I did not know. But before I bought this house that I'm in, we went and we looked at a house in a town called Palmer, Massachusetts. And where Three Rivers Manufacturing, Three Rivers, there's 3 different towns, and the rivers make like come to 3 points. And Palmer and Three Rivers touch each other like this. And the road that they're on, if you go to the set of lights and past the set of lights, it's called the first church, whatever it's called, of Palmer. Is this huge, beautiful white church. And we were going to buy that church as a house and convert it into a home. And we ended up coming here, and this is the one we're in. But I would have been, I think it's less than a mile away from their front door. And now they're literally right in that direction. It's a quick drive. I could literally get to their front door. Just really cool. I didn't even know they were there. We would have been neighbors. I don't know. All I'm going to tell you is, well, not all I'm going to tell you. I just told you a whole bunch. But this thing is super, super nice. Let's see. I got some hair left up here. Oh, my God. I barely touched it. Barely touched it. This, I don't want to breathe it off of there. This knife is so sharp. I mean, I could hand this to a bird outside and they can make an entire nest. This thing is super, super sharp. I mean, razor. Let's see. I got some stubbles going on here. I got some stubbles. Let's just see. Don't try this at home, kids. Razor sharp. I'm talking, I can get a smooth shave out in the bush with this knife. This is incredible. It's a really, really nice knife. I wouldn't say it if I didn't mean it. Everybody knows I'm very honest. This is incredible. So the next video is going to be just use it. We're going to get out of the way. Just cut. And I want to show you a couple things before I sign off here. When they sent me this knife, they didn't just send me I don't know why, I just love I'm a dog guy. I love the Yorkie. So the little Yorkie is really sweet. But they sent me, like, I saw this, and at first I was like, oh, it is like some kind of little catalog or something. Be help if it wasn't upside down. And then there was a pen, and I was like, oh, okay, let's see what's in this catalog. Ooh, it's a little notebook, and I thought, how cool is that? So I have a little notebook, so when I'm doing knives, I can make myself some notes if I need to, so it's be easier to, instead of looking things up on the screen, I can make myself notes, or I can keep this with me when I travel, and when a knife design pops in my head that I want to draw out, I can draw first scales with that. I think that's really cool because it's a handy dandy little thing. So not only that, but this is the sleeve they were talking about. Look at the inside. It's so plush, man. I could replace my pillow with this. I could replace my pillow. This is super nice. So you have a smaller Yorkie sticker. So I got 2 Yorkie stickers. Then you have the lifetime warranty. It's a limited lifetime warranty. Got your card there. Keep those. And then it says, please don't take me apart. No oil needed. thank you. Which means this thing is ready to go out of the box. What they're telling you is don't screw it up, because if you screw it up on purpose by taking it apart and messing something up, you're going to void that warranty probably. That's why it's limited. I guarantee it. If something was to fail on its own, and I've been using that one, nothing even close to a failure, they're going to replace it or fix it 100% on them. But if you do something by taking it apart, well, that's on you. So it's got the little TRM pouch. That's the Three Rivers. So right here is like their building, and right here is that church I was looking at. So that's kind of cool. And the patch. So it's actually really nice. They gave a whole package to go with this thing, and it is super cool. Now, beyond all of that, beyond all of what I just told you, showed you, and said, there's one other thing. This modified clip right here, that straight clip, it's almost like they can call it a reverse Tonto or a modified clip point. This knife is beautiful. This, look how wide it is. Damn, it's so wide. This knife is really, really attractive. Really attractive. That grind goes almost all the way to the top, so it's not really a full flat grind, but it's a flat grind. You know, full flat would start here and go down. But it's they have such a wide blade, they're able to make it like a full flat grind just by having so much depth. Incredible. Even the thumb studs are really nice. Incredible. The thumb studs match the lock bar. Fantastic. So this is part one. Next one is just going to be use it, use it, use it. Let's get ready for that. I am Donnie B all day. Until next video.